back, I'm at the doors. Break stuff. Yes. That shit was great. I know. I'm a glass cannon finisher. Thought it was something else. Okay. I'm a glass cannon finisher. Well, not gonna let that over.
Will it be Nichols? It's easy. With the long-range bomb that soared from the floor. Keegan.
Oh,
you're supposed to say Murray. Or will it be that you choose Keone as the over-the-shoulder option you have with this dime right here? Whoa!
Into the corner last time, but that
this could be time to award the perfect right play, right time submission from DJ. Clutch like a fox.
And hit the shot. How can you pick anything over there? You can do any of these other nice moves by happenstance any other time. That shit right there is really good.
Or maybe the last play was best, with the one and only JCR taking the glide's ankles for this impressive drive.
Oh. Broke him up.
Help us award 100,000 VC right now. Pick your top play of Season 3 and send in your best plays on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow.
Yep,
we can't wait to see your best plays from Season 4.
Does that.
Thanks, everyone. See you in your next Sacramento Kings game in NBA 2K23. Gotta go take Slamson to the groomers. It's gonna be a scene. See ya.
The NBA 2K League draft is coming up on January 26th, and last week we talked to Brendan Donahue, and he mentioned some potential draft prospects.
And recently we caught up with one of them, dropping dimes left and right. This is a player you won't want to miss on draft night.
The rookie fires away. What a shot.
I try to fit as much time studying in between playing the game, but that definitely can be tough sometimes.
The fun thing about draft night for this year is we don't know who the #1 pick is going to be right now.
Our next guest is a top draft prospect in the 2023 NBA 2K League draft. His name is Ryan Harris, but you might know him as Spam. Spam, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you for having me. I appreciate you for having me. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm sure you're excited about the upcoming draft. So for the 2K fans that aren't familiar with your game, how's your play style? What do you play like out there?
When I first started playing 2K, I was more like just a scorer, you know. But as I got older and started playing the game a lot more and played better, better players all the time, I started making play calls. I started talking on offense, defense. I try to just be a better leader when I play 2K. So I feel like I'm good at almost everything when it comes to 2K.
So talk about the prospect as you're actually a freshman at Old Dominion University, right? So how's that been juggling 2K and school at the same time?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be easy. Definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. There's certain points in times where I just have to take a day off from 2K just to focus on school. There's some days school just literally take up your whole day. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't really expect as much workload or if I had to study as much, but you definitely have to study a lot. It definitely takes a toll. But during the break, I definitely was working on my game and stuff, so I'm back to it.
Yeah, that's really admirable. What are you studying out there?
I'm studying business analytics. I'm studying that because I know a coach in the 2K League that majored in business analytics. He was like, if you want to further your career after being a player, when you get older or whatever, I could be a coach. So, yeah.
I love that. So you have aspirations of taking that and actually doing more than just playing the game at this point.
Right, 100%.
When did you realize, yeah, I want to try to make this my career? I want to try to become a 2K League professional. When did that casual fun side of 2K become a serious thought of, oh yeah, I can compete out here and this is what I want to do?
So I say like around 2K21 is when I had broke my ankle. And so when I broke my ankle, I wasn't really leaving the house as much. So I had a lot of time to play 2K. I was really a casual player, but then once I like wasn't leaving the house, I started playing a lot. And then I started playing pro. I remember this guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he told me like you should definitely like pursue the 2K league. And I had no idea you could make any amount of money. And then I remember making my first like I think it was like $50 playing a tournament. I was like, man, like it was a lot of money to me. That was my first time ever making money. So I was like, man, this could be a dream. I could really actually try. So, and like my basketball dreams were kind of out the window because my ankle was messed up. So I was just, man, I could be a 2K league player. So that's how I got my goal right there.
All right, and as with all draft prospects, there's always going to be comparisons that fans make. Are there any point guards in the 2K League that you would say you best are comparable to in terms of your play style and the way that you approach the game?
So I like to watch a lot of point guards, but the 2 point guards I probably say like is close to me is probably Cooks and Keena. I feel like they both are good at games management and also getting their team involved. And they're not just scorers; they like passing as well and calling plays as well. So that's how I think I'm like close to them.
All right, so draft night is on the 26th, and of course, Hawks Talon GC has the #1 pick, Nets GC with the #2 pick, and Lakers Gaming with the 3rd overall pick. Have you talked to any of these teams, and what's that process been like as a player coming into the league as a top draft prospect?
So I've talked to the Nets and Lakers. They both are really looking for a point guard. Hawks don't really need a point guard, so I'm not really their #1 option. But the Nets and Lakers, they've been talking to me. They've been asking me a lot of questions like, how can you make our team better and so forth. You know, they just look for the perfect guard, the perfect fit for their team. But I feel like fit for them is like 100% like what they want. So I feel like I'm good to fit wherever. So you know, that's just me though.
So what have you been doing to prepare for the league? What have you been playing out there? Have you been playing with friends, other 2K League pros? Like, take us behind the scenes on how you prepare and make yourself better as a player.
So I play many tournaments. Now I play with my main team. That's 4 pros on it, and we play like almost every night. So it's like if I lose, I like watching film after to see what I did wrong, or if I win, I still watch film to like watch what I did bad so I can improve on like whatever I did bad. I wouldn't say perfect, but I want to improve on every game I play. So I like to watch film after every game I play.
I love hearing that. Now you said you play with other pros. What advice have you been given from other players that are
Composure is the important thing when it comes to 2K. Like you can be the best player in the world, if you can't stay composed, like I feel like all that goes out the window. Like you have to stay focused.
that shit. Okay.
If you've been playing the Jordan Challenges, then you've seen a lot of big stars talking about the impact that Jordan has had on them and the game of basketball. And we've brought you 2K TV extended cuts of those interviews. This week, we've got Lakers Governor Jimmy Buss. Check it out.
We were so spoiled by the Lakers of the 80s. We dominated along with the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. You know, we were the teams of the 80s. Then along comes the 90s, and this guy, Michael Jordan,
only person I knew was Shaquille O'Neal,
dominates the league by himself. There wasn't a Larry Bird to you know, his magic. It was Michael Jordan versus the NBA. When Michael Jordan was playing, it was the equivalent to the biggest superstar in music coming to your building. There was a buzz about him. Every celebrity wanted to be at the game where Michael Jordan was playing. Dr. Buss looked at Michael Jordan as somebody who was moving our league forward. Certainly, we were spoiled for many years having Magic Johnson as a Laker, and now to watch the next generation, which was Michael Jordan and what he personified in his greatness as a basketball player, but even more of a thirst for winning a championship. He took it to the next level.
Speaking of, y'all be
when
giving
Michael
my boy
Jordan
Dirk
came into
credit.
town,
He was out there busting ass
Great
with the
Western
flute,
Forum
whooped the heat when he was in
became
their
the
prime,
place to
doing
be.
their damn
I
three-piece
was
shit.
getting phone calls from people saying, hey, I really need tickets. I want to see Michael Jordan. And I was so offended by the fact that people were calling me to root for the other team. Then when Michael Jordan became an owner in the NBA, I got to see him in a different light. And his leadership and his commitment to excellence, and you know how much he loves this league and what winning means to him. When the Lakers and the Bulls faced each other in that 1991 finals, it was an end of an era because that was Magic's last finals. You saw the beginning of a dynasty in those Chicago Bulls because we gave them the one thing they didn't have, which was they started to believe they were champions after they defeated us.
Might not know everything about us.
Is there a mode you want us to cover right here on 2K TV?
Let us know. We're at NBA2K_2KTV. Speak up and add us and tell us what you want to see.
Yeah, follow us there. Make sure to check back right here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We have a brand new episode, and it's a 2K TV interactive.
Until then, enjoy the game.
And go get that drone.
Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one, and all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The core of this team all out there, Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. James Wiseman's out there with the chosen one, and so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Golden State moving it around. Here's the chosen one. He can't get that one to fall. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Outside, Simmons. Now O'Neal. On the wing, Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. Thompson against Irving. It's deflected. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. They get the rebound. Goes up again. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Yeah, that's what
again, it's the Warriors missing. The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Fires for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Wiseman. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Yep, it counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's O'Neal. After the made shot from the chosen one. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Passes it to O'Neal. Green against Durant. Shot clock at 5. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
It just looks too easy. Durant with the skill and height to get anything he wants from the mid-range.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game. Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Bison with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And some might go as far, Greg, is saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively.
And he makes the first.
I admire Thompson's toughness. Gets it from his dad and from his mom.
Yeah, his mom played volleyball in college. His dad was the first overall pick in 1978. Played in the league for 13 seasons. You know what that's called? Good genetics.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Greg, we know that Klay Thompson had 941 days between NBA games because of those injuries. But he was using that experience away for good.
And Klay announcing with that his family foundation would have a 941-day initiative. Programs to help workers who have suffered career setbacks. Thompson helping others with their confidence.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line. 79% overall. Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. One thing that can be entertaining at this point of every season is how unexpected rivalries, Greg, begin to develop.
Yeah, teams that might not be traditional rivals have a few heated games early on, and now their matchups become must-see TV Happens every season.
And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchises.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role? Simmons. The Warriors pull it in. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And as good as a team as they were a year ago, they hated seeing these guys in their meetings. Just couldn't get it done against them.
Now here's Thompson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm balling?
Here's Irving. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Pass to KD. Offline with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Curry. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Slick move by Curry with the ball, getting the defenders off balance so he can find a shot.
Outside, KD fires at the elbow. And it's in after a nice pass on the right side. Durant's got his second basket.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot it.
Now here's Thompson. Lock at 6. Back to Curry. Over Simmons. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. 7 points for Stephen Curry.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
On its way from Irving for 2. That one a little long.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
And Thompson launches it from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
No good from Irving.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Inside, here's the chosen one.
The way that Curry reads the floor, he could get double-digit assists on any night if he wanted to.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 3. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
Well, Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, the first lottery pick teammates ever to play in the NBA Finals, RJ, in their rookie season.
Yeah, the Dubs' strength in numbers, it got bolstered by some of these up-and-comers. You had Jordan Poole, who was most improved candidate last year, and then eventually we'd love to see a lot from James Wiseman.
And they're brought in, these younger players, Richard, are brought in that great culture.
Oh, there is nothing like culture. We have talked about that culture can directly impact a player's trajectory for his entire career.
There's a check in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Irving.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's the chosen one. This game, an incredible scoring display for him. Pass to Curry. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 11 points.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
It's Thomas on the wing.
You do it to me all the time.
Shoot again.
I'm not you.
He's off on that one, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
Normally he drains that.
To the paint. Here's Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And now it's an 11-point Warrior lead. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best. We're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
All right, David, thank you. Sounds like to execute the plan, they're going to have to get that good shot selection.
No doubt about it, Kevin. If you want to shoot a high percentage in this league, you have to be patient, and you have to understand what the quality of shots you get.
Well, that's definitely the strategy. Executing it, that can be a bigger challenge.
At the line. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors. That's good from Harris.
Improving every season he's been in the league. Harris is quietly one of the best perimeter shooters in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Watanabe's checked in for Durant, and Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Then for the Warriors, Kevon Looney is checked in for Wiseman. Wiggins comes in for Green, and Poole subbed in for Thompson.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Nets trail by 12. The pass to Watanabe. Takes a three. Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's tipped.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Sumner, guarded by Curry. Wiggins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. So it's Brooklyn now. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And a new group in for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Royce O'Neal comes in for Watanabe. Irving's checked in for Harris. And it's Ben Simmons in for Thomas. Now, here's Thompson. Passes to the chosen. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Green and Wiseman make up the inside pair. Thompson is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's the chosen one in at the small forward. Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Durant kicks to Sumner. Shoots off the step back. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Thompson. To the middle, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Fantastic at turning these whistles in close. Look, Kyrie, he has no fear when attacking any defense.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie. Shooting 2.
That's good from Irving.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Nets trail by 16. And Simmons kicks to O'Neal. KD looking around. Back to Irving. KD on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist by O'Neal. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
Look, he is a 50-40-90 guy, right around 40% from the three-point line. Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
The chosen one's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Irving.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Pass to Wiseman. Here's DiVincenzo. Golden State moving it around. Here's the chosen one. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The Warriors have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
1 time from the line.
On the free throw, no good. Hey, Richard, last season, Spurs coach Greg Popovich moved into first all-time in career coaching wins. And you played for him. You know him well. Any memories or thoughts about playing for Popovich?
First, let me say congratulations to Greg Popovich, because he is the type of coach and person you want to be the face of this league. You want him to be the face of the coaching ranks, because he is so humble. He is so demanding, and you know what? He knows how to host a pretty good meal, too.
And you were a part of many of those, correct?
Oh, yeah, those meals. And look, we'll talk about the coaching a little later, but he knows how to do a really good meal.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Dishes to O'Neal.
Shoot it.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Now here's Durant. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what D he's faced with. He averages about 31.5 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And he just powered that one down. One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Sumner. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. O'Neal misses.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league. He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
As team first as anyone in this league, Green is always looking to dish.
It's stolen by Wiseman. Here's Green. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo.
The quintessential glue guy. Green does all the dirty work. You need one of these guys on your team because he has such a diverse skill set.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against the Knicks was on a mission. He finished with 52 points and caused real problems for shooters with his shot blocking. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
The pass to Simmons. Over Wiseman. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
It's sent back down by Simmons. Here's Sumner. To end the cold streak. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
His third personal foul, third team.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Edmund Sumner. Second to the line with 2 shots.
He's fine. What? He passed the ball back out. This is silly. Come on.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Warriors leading by 18.
Making us look bad.
To the inside. Trying to get open is Thompson.
I'm not
the
trying to
chosen
do
one
nothing.
gets the basket. The chosen one's got 25 points in the game. Sumner passes to O'Neal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Andre Iguodala. Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So, for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believe in ourselves. We sometimes forget how solid Irving is when it comes to his passing. Great find there.
Floats one, and it's Curry laying it in. 19 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside, Simmons. Kicks to O'Neal. A three ball, and it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. O'Neal's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that pass-first nature of Simmons, outstanding at understanding when his teammates are open.
Down low, a steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons, nobody back. And Simmons slams it in.
Sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Inside, Golden State moving the ball around. Now here's Wiseman. Defense right on him. Count it. Nets trail by 17.
Happened all that damn cheer.
Bounce pass from Durant. Up top, Simmons. Guarded by Curry. O'Neal from long range.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Iguodala against Durant.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. It's Durant on the wing. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Joe Harris comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Thomas subbed in for Irving.
One more hawk getting flipped.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing
83.
That's nice. I'm messing like a motherfucker. That's nice.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Yep, that one goes. Claxton's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Nets. Golden State's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Thompson left side. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
What poise from Thompson, not allowing for any distractions from his shot.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 09.
Count that one.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Golden State's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. The shot by Curry, no good. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise. And his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
Just 4 to shoot. Irving kept alive. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 11 points.
That's about the only way he can score from there. Perfect use of the reverse in the face of some tough defense.
Out to Thompson from deep. Connects from three-point range.
Let me just say this, Klay Thompson is one of about 10 people in NBA history that you do not want to leave open for a 3. The defense has to make it harder for him out there.
Green against Durant. Takes a shot at the elbow. Chalk up 2 there. That's now 8 points for KD.
Very big part of his game, burning the D from mid-range.
Curry passes it to Green. from 7. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
To the wing on the left. O'Neal, that's a 2-pointer. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Edmund Sumner's checked in for the Nets.
Coming out on the floor for your Nets.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Stolen by O'Neal. Now here's Durant. He's got 8. Passes it to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Sumner. Off target from outside. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Thompson, and it's sent back by Irving.
How about that block from Irving there, getting the timing just right on the defense.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Why are you telling everybody?
3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Sumner. Outside Irving. Pass to Sumner. Six on the shot clock. Rejected by Wiseman.
And on a per-minute basis, Wiseman already gets a lot of blocks, and his defensive awareness will only improve with time.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Of course, the Warriors' offense stands out for its emphasis on ball movement. Coach Steve Kerr says, if you get to touch the ball and be a part of the action, whether it's as an assist man, ball mover, shooter, dribbler, the more people who are involved in the offense, the more powerful it becomes. Kevin, strength in numbers indeed.
As has always been the case for his offense, the more the better. And it's worked for him. DA, thanks. O'Neal high post. 10 points for him. Picked away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Finish off the break. Thompson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Sumner. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That will be foul number 5 on him.
That's exactly what
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The pass to Claxton. Here's Sumner. Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting them with all of these misses. Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Durant kicks to Sumner. Floats one up. Warriors with the rebound. The chosen one's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. To the middle. Here's Wiseman. Got a piece of it. O'Neal against Iguodala. Durant, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Durant, no good. The Warriors have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Count that bucket. 33 points for the chosen one.
The team-first mentality of Thompson. When someone on his squad is open, he finds them.
Sumner passes to O'Neal. And here is Irving. Back to O'Neal. They need this. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And it's Green missing. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Irving with it, picked up by Thompson. Irving can't hit. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Green. And Durant sends it back.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
Pass to Sumner.
What's he going to do with it, though?
13 feet away. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That's what it's going to do.
The chosen ones.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And with
Don't be sitting me down. You got to keep playing this damn game so I can get my last success.
Substitution.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
KD. And at the line, 1 time.
Come on. I ain't got all night.
That free throw good from Durant.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jermichael Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Moody in at the small forward position. 2 on the clock. Pulls it up. Good as the jump shot falls. Moody's got his first points in this one. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say
your man,
but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the chosen one.
His overall stat line really says it all. I think a triple-double game for him, getting it done everywhere on the floor.
At the line, Marquise Morris. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
That free throw good from Morris.
On my face. Hope you miss.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Good.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Here's Moody. Some solid defense from Harris. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. The dish now to Morris. Mills passes to Harris. The offensive rebound.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg. His team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. See you later.
Board members.
Broadcaster. Normally. Be back another time. Join up on the bills. Thanks for watching. We gotta go.